Hey boys, welcome back to the second part in the Queensland Cup video I'm going to be looking at, and once again, I did this in a previous video. I left my controller on the ground, so sorry about that. I had to go pick it up. Every time, I forget. Well, only like the last couple of times, which is weird. But like I said, the second part in this Queensland Cup, just looking through the teams. I might, I saw a few people wanting to see like the Holden Cup. And I might do the New South Wales Cup, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But who we finish off? We finished off with the PNG Hunters. So we'll move on to the Redcliffe Dolphins now. Get through these ones. Just go standard. I don't know why. I guess they just got the option for the Nines just because. But at fullback we have Jack O'Hearn. Got Josh Behag on the wing there, and his likeness is actually like pretty decent, considering, he's a Queensland Cup player for one, and also not face scanned, so not too bad. Thompson Tete, a former PNG player, very, very good. Aaron Whitchurch, played a few games for the Bronx. He was talked about as being like a future Broncos player, but I never really thought he was that good. He's solid. Jonas Pearson, however, he is definitely someone who I think will eventually make the top grade, regularly, but maybe not the Broncos just because they always have so much depth there. Zach Strasser, good halve. Christian Hazard, he is a future star in the making. Still 22, obviously very young, but he is quality. Matthew Lodge, his likeness is actually pretty good as well. He is probably more of a star just because of the issues surrounding it. But Matthew Lodge is back in rugby league for people like it, some people don't. I'm sort of don't really have an opinion on it, but honestly, next year if the Bronco, I'm assuming he's probably still signed with the Broncos next year, and if he is, he will definitely be playing in the top grade. He's been killing it in the Queensland Cup. So for those that don't know, he's not allowed to play NRL. He's not allowed to register in the NRL this year, but next year he will be allowed to. So if you want the story, you can look it up. I'm not going to go through it. Nick Sliney there. We've got Brandon Lee, Troy Geese, solid player. Sam Anderson, the captain, 53 rated. That's pretty rough. Sam Anderson, he's a good player. Tyson Cleal, he's good to watch. Tyson Cleal, if you've ever seen him play, he's very entertaining to watch. Nathan Watts, Samson Graham, Natira, and then we got the rest of these guys. David Haller, dude, I've been a huge fan of his, but I don't know where he's been. I guess he's been at Redcliffe. I don't think he's played for Redcliffe, but yeah, I know he was at he was at the Titans, and but he never really got he got a few games, but yeah, I've always been a fan of Haller. But South Logan Magpies now. Look at their side. Zarko, Jermaine Zarko, good player actually, very good player. Cameron Booth on the wing. Daniel Russell, Scott Doyle. He was a back rower. This likeness is nothing like him, but he was a back rower originally, and he was he was actually like really good. He's moving to the centers. Haven't seen too much this year, but I liked him when he was in the back row. Luke Archer on the wing, Matt Minto, Connor Toya, Joe Offengawi, obviously quality player is Offengawi. Very, very good player. I wouldn't be surprised. Has he already signed with another club? I don't know, maybe I think that was Herman SESE I was thinking of, but Offengawi, he's an NRL first grader. Just has to bide his time. Travis Waddell, very good player as well. Honestly, he's an NRL club would not be lacking too much if they picked up Waddell. Honestly, he's another guy that just hasn't really got the chance. Sam Scarlett, the the Magpies here have actually a really good team. Jack Anderson, Daniel Tamo, Perry Iono, Jack Walters, Phil Dennis, just the old fella Phil Dennis. He's actually only 33. I thought he'd be like 36, 37. He has played for the Queen. I don't know how many games he's played, but he has been in the Queensland Cup for so long. Sam Lavia, Tulmavave. Then we have the rest of the guys here. But yeah, that's the Magpies. Very good team. I do like watching the Magpies play. Sunshine Coast Falcons. This is going to be a quality team as well. Kevin Locke at the back. Kevin Locke there. Has he actually? He actually hasn't. What? I haven't seen him run around. I can't actually remember. Has he been playing in the Queensland Cup this year? Because I know he did. He was doing a trial with the Seagulls, and then I did know he went to the Sunshine Coast Falcons. But has he played very much? I can't think if he has. I don't remember him seeing him. Samuel Wright, Jeremy Hawkins, Justin Olam there. I think another PNG hunter or ex-PNG hunter that's moved on. Lawler, Yorston, Guy Hamilton, Scott Anderson. He played a fair bit of NRL actually. Scott Anderson, Turpin, Lachlan Tim, Dane Hogan, pretty decent player, 52, fairly rough again. Jai Ballinger, he's pretty decent as well. Matt Grieve, Alex Bishop, Girardi, I don't know, Cordwell, Donahue, and the rest of the guys. Donald Malone, he's only 29 as well, but Donald Malone has been in the Queensland Cup for ages. And Eddie Tortali, actually, I really like Eddie Tortali. He'd be in the team, I think. He'd usually be playing. He's a quality player. And the rest of the squad there. So that is the Falcons. The Townsville Blackhawks. Obviously, when they first came in, they were killing it. This year, not so hot. Carlin Anderson, obviously very good player, very good player. 62 rated, probably a little rough, but yeah, very good. Josh Hall, Timone Power, Karushi, Jonathan Rubin. For some reason I couldn't say Rubin there. Sam Foster, 5'8". Michael Parker Walsh, Cade Maloney, Anthony Milsh. Can't speak tonight apparently. Anthony Mitchell. Played a fair bit of NRL. Good player, good dummy half. There's actually like a lot of good dummy halves in the Queensland Cup. Like plenty of them. Corey Jensen, obviously played a fair few games for the Cowboys. Well, not a fair few. He's been playing a few lately though. Corey Jensen. Tausau, Niemoller, Daniel Beasley, Kieran Mosley also played a fair few NRL games, mainly for the. I think has he only played for the Titans, Mosley? I think so. Bella, Quaba, David Munro, Davin Crampton, and then we got the rest of them as well. Sione Lousy actually as well, but that is the Townsville Blackhawks. We've got 2 more to go. Tweed Head Seagulls. We'll look at their team here. Alify at the back, Barnes on the wing, Taylor Walters, pardon me, James Toole, Regan Ogle there, Lyndon McGrady, Michael Burgess, Doyle Manga, that's a name as well, Sam Meskel, Damien Sirinen also played. How many games has he played? Damien Sirinen, he's played a few, not too many. He's only 24. Shane Gillam. Actually, has Damien Tiernan played in the NRL? I feel like he has, but maybe he hasn't. Yeah, maybe he hasn't actually. Sam Saville, Nick Harold, Tavita Folau. I do like watching Tavita Folau. I'm pretty sure he is related to Israel Folau, and I think that's why I like watching him play. But I do like Tavita Folau. He's actually a pretty good. He's a good winger. I don't think this bio is correct. Like he's pretty tall, like 165 centimeters. He's definitely taller than that in real life. He's a fairly big winger. Ethan Price, Leah Lavave, Will Johnston, and then we have James Wood as well. I don't know why James Wood isn't in the the initial team. He's how old is he? He's 32. Another guy that is a quality player, but you know, he's just played in the Queensland Cup pretty much his whole career, and he's done a very good job at that. So we got one more team to do here. The winner Manly Seagulls, and at the back Daniel Ogden. A very good fullback, very good. He's 28 years old. When you see him, he looks like a young kid still, but 28. He's getting on in the years, but still a very good player. Peter Gubb on the wing, fucking Sattler loves. They fucking both of them. I can't. Who was the other commentator for Queensland Cup? I can't even think, but I can't stand them either way. But they fucking love Peter Gubb. It really infuriates me. Obviously, his brother, Charlie Gubb, playing for the Warriors. Daniel Wallace, Mitchell Bucket there. Jack Goodsell, Will Brimson. Travis Burns is back in the Queensland Cup. Played for quite a few clubs. I think he he played for the Super League. Did he go to the Super League? I'm pretty sure he did. But before that, he was at the Panthers. I'm pretty sure he was at the Cowboys. And he was probably at a couple more clubs. I can't even remember, honestly. Aaron Rockley there. Jaden Beryl. Another good dummy half. 22 years old. So many good dummy halves. Brendan McBride. Goodrich. Mitchell Fry. Played quite a few games for the Roosters. I thought, yeah, he was pretty good player, but just didn't really go on with it with the Roosters, I guess. Brendan Gibb. I actually remember Brendan Gibb, like back in the day. Like he's still only 28, but it was sort of like Brendan Gibb was talked about back in the days of like Josh Maguire, Matt Gillette coming through Queensland Cup. Like it was sort of Josh Maguire, Brendan Gibb, and Matt Gillette were like some of the standout back rowers coming through, and obviously Gillette and Maguire transitioned to the NRL, but Brendan Gibb sort of just went off the radar because he was definitely talked about a lot back then with those guys. Then we got Bowie, Lafau, Tulmavave, Gerard. Tulmavave is such like a common name that's very weird, if you get what I'm saying. Like there's so many NRL players or rugby league players Tulmavave. It's crazy. John Torrio, another guy. He's a good player. He did play NRL, right? He did play for the Broncos. Am I mistaken about that? I feel like Torrio played like a lot of games for the Broncos back in the day, but I could be mistaken. He might just be a Queensland Cup, like maybe. I don't know. Tano Wolf, 20. He's definitely not 20. I was just about to say Tano Wolf. He's a guy that has been around for ages, like playing the Queensland Cup for a long time. He's definitely not 20, unless this is a different Wolf. He's not 20, for sure. Ben Shea, good forward, and yeah, that is Patrick Templeton as well. But that is the Queensland Cup done and dusted. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know a few people wanted to see the Queensland Cup teams and that sort of stuff. So yeah, for those guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like if you didn't. I'll see you guys in the next one.